You can always tell how the week went on Saturdays. What I mean by that, on Saturdays, you usually just see the weekend warrior guys out and maybe some other ones. But if you see the bigger companies, and what I mean by bigger companies, the ones with actual headquarters running 3, 4, 5, 6 crews, and you see their trucks all over town, if you see the big boys out on Saturday, you know we got a lot of rain that week. And driving here to these 3, I've got that one, and that one. Y'all see that one a lot because the backyard's so big and stuff. But if you see the big boys out, we had a wet week. So what are we talking about today, Nick? Well, a group of buddies of mine, we have a small chat, and recently we talked about price increases. Well, Nick, it's darn near midway season. Why are you talking about price increases now? Well, I'm going to give us 3 instances on price increases. Y'all know how I like to keep it short and simple. We could talk about it all day, but 3 examples of price increases and when to do them. So it's going to be a hot one, y'all. It's supposed to be like 91 here in East Tennessee, and y'all know we have humid weather. So I'm going to get to mowing, and then we'll get to talking, okay? It's a dewy morning. Yeah, I'm going to get some heat on this, but I really don't care because I believe it with all my heart. The best mower, period, hands down. I don't care if we're talking about commercial, residential, whatever. That has been the best, most dependable, best cutting. I just love that thing. You can let that thing sit all winter long, fire it up. First pull, it'll fire up. Okay, maybe all winter, second pull, but never more than that. It's a 2019 model, bought at Home Depot. I think it was $900 plus tax. It was close to $1,000 whenever I bought it, and people thought I was crazy. Nick, you still use a push mower? I've got that 1 yard you just saw and one across the street from me. Those are too good of customers to get rid of. It's too big to weed eat the whole thing, and plus I don't want to weed eat an area that big. That's their backyard that they come out on the back porch and look at. I want it to be manicured. So yes, I'll throw that on here for that 1 yard. Yes, and like I said, the other one's across the street from my house. So anyway, let's get mowing. It's already hot. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Nick with P&H Lawn Care. I run a solo lawn care business here in East Tennessee, and today we are talking price increases. Now, I've got 2 questions to start the video off with. Number 1, can you name something, anything, leave gas prices out of it because those things go up and down all the time, but anything that you purchase, anything for sale for that matter, that can be bought, that has not went up in price in the past 5 years. I'll wait. Leave it in the comments. Name one thing that you can think of that we purchased that has not went up in price in the past 5 years. Second question. How many of your customers can you name that you have not went up on in 2, 3, 4, 5 years? Have you got any? Some of y'all might. I feel quite confident some of y'all might. I know I do. I can't think of anything related to lawn care, be it 2-cycle oil, blades, mower parts, shop prices, mowers themselves, gas cans, anything related to lawn care or anything in general for that matter that has not gone up in price in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And you're still doing the same service exact same service, mowing the exact same yard that you did 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago for the same amount of money. So why aren't you increasing the prices? Now, I'm going to go ahead and say first and foremost, I've had customers that I didn't go up on that raised my rate, and I don't even realize it. They didn't tell me they were doing it. I just get home, start looking at my checks, and I'm like, that's not right. And then the next week I'm looking at it. So to all those customers of mine that watch my channel that did that, thank you so much. It did not go unnoticed. I appreciate it. But this is for you lawn care guys. Price increases. I want to address 3 things. Like I said, 3 different ways of doing it. So let's get into that, okay? Okay, here a couple of years ago, 2, 3, 4 years ago, something like that. Y'all remember when everything just spiked. I mean, the prices just climbed like crazy. It was during COVID, right after COVID, something like that, but everything was just going astronomical. They haven't came down. Did you think they would? That was the first time I did a price increase across the board. And for the most part, the reason I did it is because a lot of my customers weren't where they should be, because I did them too low to begin with. So I got them where they should be for that time. But everybody else, I just raised the prices, because everything was just going astronomical. So here's the first one that I've heard about that people do, and it's called the dollar drip. Every year they go up $1. So if it's the first year they get it, it's 50, the next year 51, 52. So in 5 years they've gone up $5, which if excuse me for that, which y'all are going to ask me, well, Nick, what's a reasonable rate to go up? I would say 5 to 10%, 15 in extreme conditions. Guys, if you raise your prices on somebody 20%, you're probably trying to get rid of them, which I have done as well. Either that or they've done something to their property to change it dramatically that the work is going to increase. Like my buddy Austin, he sent me one of his clients, and they installed fences everywhere and did all this landscaping and all this stuff, where he was going to have to start push mowing quite a bit of the property. And my first thing, he goes, should I buy this push mower or this push mower? I said, you should raise the prices a ton, because that's ridiculous. But anyway, so that's my spiel on how much you should raise it. I think 10% is a good rule of thumb. But the first way to do a price increase is the dollar drip. I like that idea. I know a few people that do it. I've never personally done it. In hindsight, I kind of wish I had. The Tim Kirkman is the first one that ever told me about it, and I was like, that's interesting, and people don't say anything about that. And he's like, no, every year I just go up $1. So I mean, if you mow somebody for 10 years and you've only went up $10 on them, that's really not that bad. So I get it. The second way is the way I do it. Like I've talked to y'all about my customer agreements. Y'all can go back and watch that video. At the top of the customer agreement that I send out, it's got their name, of course, their address, and the price of the yard. And then I state, this is the price as of now. If any changes, blah, 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 it'll go up. And I take a highlighter and I highlight the price. So if I'm increasing, like last year they were 50 and I went up to 55 this year, they're going to notice, because the price is highlighted, and they're going to, oh, Nick went up on me. So that is another way of raising the prices. Now the third way is one that I heard, I think last week. You know who you are if you're watching my video, and I thought this was extremely intelligent, unorthodox, but I loved it. I thought, that's genius. That is absolutely genius. So I'm gonna make you wait on that. So I'm gonna hop out and mow a yard, and we'll get to that, okay? Okay, I gotta wrap this thing up before I'm so tired that I can't do it anymore. Let me get y'all out of the glare. This is my last one, then I'm heading home. Y'all can tell I didn't even know it till I saw it in the camera that I got a little sunburnt there. But anyway, if y'all been in business for a while, you know during mowing season that whenever it starts, there's twice during mowing season that your phone is going to blow up. Number one, during the spring rush, whenever everybody's trying to secure a lawn mowing company for their lawn mowing needs for the year. The second time that your phone is going to blow up is here in about 2 or 3 more weeks. Now, usually it blows up and hopefully if you've got good customers, it'll start ringing late February. So because they're smart enough to know I better get on somebody's routes. But March, and depending on where you mow at, April, then it kind of dies off in May and June. And then right around July, whenever it starts getting like it was today, your phone will start ringing again. And that's because that's whenever all these guys that thought it was going to be easy work and everything, now the heat hits and it's 95 days with a heat index of 101, and you start getting the calls. Hey, yeah, can you take on anybody else because my guy just quit showing up? If y'all heard that one before, I get it every single year. I get it. So the third one that I'm going to cover, we did the dollar drip, and I told y'all I do mine at the beginning of the year with the new contract. But a buddy of mine, we were talking about it last week before last, and he's already sent out mid-season, well, right now, his price increases. And I was like, why did you do that? And he said, well, this is a time of season where everybody's already got their routes locked in, and everybody's full, nobody's taking any more customers. And then to my point, here in a couple weeks, they're going to quit calling. So now's the time to raise them, because the chances of them going elsewhere and finding somebody else is going to be hard, because everybody else is already booked up and chucking a truck vanished. So that's a third one. Let me know what you guys think about that. I thought it was genius. I never would have thought of that. I've got mixed feelings on it, but he's right, because everybody does have full routes. If you're an established business, your routes are full come second week, third week in June. It's going to be hard for you to take on any more customers. And he's like, this is time to raise the rate. So anyway, raising your rates, guys, you're going to have to do it. You can't mow the same yard for 10 years for the same amount of money, because the cost of living is going to bypass you on what you're charging for yards, because your income is going to stay the same as it was 5-10 years ago, and the price of eggs, the price of groceries, the price of everything is going to go up, and you're going to find yourself getting poorer and poorer if you don't keep your prices up with inflation. So that's my spiel on price increases. Should you do them? Yes. How much? We talked about that, but hey guys, it's different in every area. If going up 20% in, let's say, Atlanta might not be anything for people that service yards in Atlanta or Savannah, Georgia. You do it in East Tennessee, like I said before, that's a good way. If you're wanting rid of a customer, slap them with a 20-25% price increase in 1 year, and that's pretty much telling them, I don't want to mow your yard anymore. So anyway, price increases, yes. How you do them, I gave you 3 different ways, and with my subscribers, I know I'm going to get 100 more different ways down in the comments. So if you watch my videos, always read the comments, because there's some very good advice in there. There's points that I miss, but my subscribers comment and help me out. But I ask them, help me out. And what am I forgetting? How do you do it? How do y'all do it? Let me know in the comments. Hope you liked the video. Hit the thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. Keep them coolers full, guys, because summer's here. It was yesterday, and I want to knock this one out and go to the house. Like I always say, I'll catch you guys on the next one, all right?